Hello, hello, ciao ragazzi. Yes, you hear me well, you recognize the voice well. Here is Marta Knasiak, also known as the German version Marta Knasiak, sad, but also known as, or more used to know as Knasiczka, Łasiczka, Łasia, Łasica, Knasia. However, now I realize that Łasia is like my second name, really second name, because like I have second name Anna, but the story is that my dad, when he went to register me in the, this office or something, like when he registers when the baby is born, he registered me with one name. And, my whole life, 18 years, I used to think that, yes, I'm Marta Anna Knasiak. But after 18 years in my high school, they told me, no, Marta, you have only one name. And I was like, no, I have two. So yes, Wasia is my second name. But since I moved to Berlin, it doesn't exist anymore. And I'm sad a bit about this. However, okay, it's only nickname. Don't be so dramatic, blah, blah. But Wasia is part of me. Like my friends on Erasmus, sometimes when they text me, like Beth and Aga, Wasia, what is blah, blah, or blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, there are still these people, not only from Poland, that remember me as Wasia, and my heart is just cheering up. However, welcome on the board and the first episode. And to be honest, I've never thought about recording this in English. However, after some of you dear Berliners telling me like, Marta, what is it this podcast about? And I was like, how to describe this? Because this podcast, I will tell you later what it's about, but it was so hard to define this in one sentence or something like this. And I was told also that, record this in English, we want to listen to this. So I was like, okay, let's do this for you. So welcome on the board. And in the beginning, I was thinking how to record this in English generally, because I was like, I have some ideas what to speak about in Polish, but in English, I was like, should I create new content or what should I do? And once I was going back home from the park, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, ding, 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 yes, let's just do the same episodes, but in English. So they are going to be the same. I'm going to speak about the same things with the same titles as in Polish. However, of course, it's not going to be like one-to-one, because sometimes also like I freestyle and like I plan what to say, blah, 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 but after some point, I keep losing track and I'm a little bit delulu or go into one way, I lose the point. However, I will try to record about the same. So welcome everyone in the Yellow Wave. And I wanted to create a small society, small community where we could share thoughts, or like mostly I can share my thoughts of how I perceive life, how I perceive some situations that are happening to me, or then after some time, I also understand that they didn't happen to me, but more rather like for me. But it is also a process. And sometimes when I have German classes with my friends from Poland, with Hania, we are speaking about some things. And sometimes she's telling me something and I'm like, I feel like older sister, and I say to her, Hanya, if I were you, I would do this and this, because I really wish to myself to not to be the clown playing in the first line, to learn something. But I wish that someone could have told me this before, that I could like also just proceed it in a normal way, not like with this drama or emotions and everything. So maybe some of these things that I'm going to tell you about, or some situations, funny or sad or without any category, maybe it's going to bring something to your life, or maybe not. But to explain to you or describe to you what Yellow Wave is going to be, I would like to read out loud one sentence from my diary. The second one, because the first one I bought when I was 17, and I don't put their notes regularly, but sometimes when I feel like that my head is really too heavy to handle all these thoughts, or like not only the sad thoughts or negative, but also like the positive ones, to share this like happiness with myself. And the first diary that I bought, I left also the first page totally blank to design it somehow, put a picture with my friends or nice quote, I don't know. And you know what, like all these years I procrastinated this, and I was like, yeah, later I will design something, and it never happened. And in the second diary that I bought when I was in Madrid with my friends from Erasmus last October, I was like, okay, let's leave this page and let's put something here. And then I did it and I forgot about this. And when I started to record this podcast, I opened the diary and I was like, shit, really, I put this? So let me read out loud. Yellow Wave is a place where are meeting all the alter egos of Marta Knasiak, aka Wasia, So if this podcast got to your hands, or more specifically to your ears, please go in at your own risk. And I know it sounds serious and a bit like negative. However, I am aware how powerful words are, and sometimes something that someone might have said to us many years ago, it remains with us for many next years. And not only the bad things, but also the positive things. We can, with our words, we can lift someone really up. And yeah, this is the reason why. So entering this club, please stay distant a bit and also relax towards what I'm saying, because this is only my opinion, my perception. It might be really far away from the truth, but also I wanted to create this space because I like also to exchange the opinions. And sometimes you, as my friends, you tell me such meaningful things, and it opens my eyes and my mind so bright that maybe after saying something here, you would be like, hey Marta, but it's not like this, it's like this. And also I am aware of this fact that taking criticism for me is a really hard thing, and I'm aware of this. I'm working on this, and with every situation in my life where I'm encountering this, I think it's getting better and better. However, now if you want to share something with me here, you don't need to see my face. So this is also another plus of this. And another reason, I don't know which one now, second or third, I'm lost. But another reason why I decided to record this podcast is because it would have been mega nice to have audio version of the diary, because I'm sharing here thoughts, and you will get to know my mindset, how I perceive life, la la la. And after some months or some years, it would be super nice to come back to this and observe the change of my mindset. And I think I'm gonna come back and I will be like, what the fuck, really? I was thinking this way. I was in this point of my life. So that's another reason. However, I am also aware of the fact that diary is something really private. And if you ever had one, or even if you didn't, but you saw in TV series or in movies that these teenagers that had diaries, they never put this on the table for everyone to read in the home, like mom, dad, and brothers, sisters, but they were hiding this. And this is a place where we put our thoughts and we are totally like naked in front of ourselves. I have this feeling. So it's also a little bit risky to make something like podcast, like audio version of my diary. However, I am aware of this risk, and I decided to take this. And another reason why I decided to do this is because I was thinking that maybe my bullshit talk or just talk, I don't know, you can choose which one. I think it depends on the conversation. However, I was thinking that maybe it would inspire you to start something new, or I don't know, open a new chapter in your life, close the old one, or just you will feel inspired to do something. I don't know what, but let's see how it's gonna be. However, welcome on the board, and I hope you're gonna enjoy the ride with Marta Knasiak. And as the Elena Gilbert from the Vampire Diaries was saying, that's my life. Weird, messy, complicated, sad, wonderful, amazing, and above all, epic. Ciao!